It's all about having the key insights, following the leaders of the crypto industry and background stories on blockchain technology trends to keep you one step ahead. Monty Metzger, CEO of LCX.com, keeps you up to speed with what's moving global crypto markets and gives you the latest insights about LCX's platform and ecosystem. This is LCX Insights Live.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to a very special LCX Insights Live. It's June 13, 2021, and I'm welcoming you all to LCX live sessions here. In our videos, I'm engaging with the world's top blockchain projects, entrepreneurs, investors, and pioneers in crypto and blockchain in honest conversation meant to challenge traditional way of thinking. But of course, we also want to give a full update on what's happening at LCX, and that's why we also scheduled a very special session today. My name is Monty Metzger, and I'm founder and CEO at LCX. LCX stands for the Liechtenstein Crypto Assets Exchange. We are a regulated fintech company that focuses on digital asset trading, compliant token offerings, and tokenization. LCX received 8 blockchain-related approvals by the Liechtenstein regulator, more than any other company in the country. And as you might not have known, Liechtenstein is a country in the heart of Europe, next to Switzerland and Austria, landlocked, so probably 1 hour drive from Zurich Airport. And it has received a AAA rating from Standard & Poor's, which is the highest rating possible as a country. I think there are only 11 countries worldwide who achieved this. So reputation, very, very high. And Liechtenstein, on top of that, has discovered that blockchain and cryptocurrencies is the future of finance. And that's why they have started a working group already 2.5 years ago, or now 3.5 years ago. And the law had been, and now they had been working on, I would say, the most forward-thinking legal framework for cryptocurrencies and blockchain companies worldwide, providing legal clarity for our users, for us as a company, and really pioneering the field from a legal and regulatory perspective. So today's show title is called Tiamonds, Tokenized Diamonds. And for this special session, we have prepared a small presentation for you. And then there's an announcement also for what's coming up next. So it will be very, very exciting. And I see more and more people are joining in. I also will make time to answer some of your questions. So we'll first start with kind of the key insights, and then we're going to your questions. So feel free to comment here on LinkedIn or on YouTube in the comment sections, and this will all pop up here on my screen, and then I'll pick some of your questions at the end of the presentation. So let's dive right in. What is Tiamonds? So let me introduce a very, very, very exciting project called Tiamonds. You'll find information about Tiamonds.com, and this will be also updated after the show here in 1 hour. So tokenized diamonds, a deflationary cryptocurrency, and Liechtenstein blockchain regulation. What does it all make together? What can we do with it? I'll tell you. So let me switch to the presentation over. So first of all, what is tokenization? Reimagine digital tokenized assets. And under these 4 claims, there are 4 key parameters. So tokenization aims to reimagine and improve financial services on the foundation of distributed ledger technology, digital assets, and smart contracts. So tokenization is an important and emerging sector of financial technology and the blockchain industry. We all agree on that. Second, tokenization refers to the process of creating a digital token on a blockchain platform that grants certain ownership or other rights to the physical, digital, or even financial assets to token holders. Number 3, tokenized. Asset tokenization enables easier exchange for tangible and intangible assets through digital tokens on a global platform empowered by blockchain technology. And last but not least, point number 4, the assets can be represented by a token that can range from financial instruments like debts, bonds, stocks, securities, to legal rights, copyrights, physical assets like real estate, property, cars, art, or diamonds. So in a nutshell, the token is like a container which can be filled with different attributes, ownership rights, financial products, real estate, or any like financial or like physical object. And the ownership rights could be embedded in the token. So we've seen some of these projects, but what is very important to mention here is the legal framework in Liechtenstein is guaranteeing that you as a token holder can enforce your rights. So the token is seen as a legal tender, which means that you can go to court in Liechtenstein and say, like, these are my rights as a token holder, like ownership of something, or copyrights, or usage rights, or utility rights, or whatever the token might have function. And then the law is basically protecting you as an investor, as a token holder, to enforce these rights. And on the other hand, as a company, for us, it's very important to have the legal framework, which is not only tokenizing, or which not only regulating one piece of the puzzle, but the whole value chain of blockchain, from the price service provider, the identity service provider, until exchange, and so on. So different roles. And as said, we gained 8 of this approval, and there's one pending, and I'll tell you later about this. How to take tokenization mainstream? That's a question which we had been thinking about a lot. So tokenization is an emerging and rapidly evolving area in the blockchain industry. As the market of blockchain technologies matures, the impact of cryptocurrencies, digital assets, and tokenized assets on financial markets increases as well. However, the average consumer doesn't understand what tokenization is, or why it matters, or let alone how the technology works, or why the legal framework matters. So there are a lot of open questions, and there are a lot of reasons why tokenization did not go mainstream yet. While everybody agrees on the theory of the technology, that there are many opportunities to tokenize everything, every financial assets, there are many barriers which have to be overcome. And if we look at the current market situation, like, to be honest, if you look at CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, the top assets are all utility tokens or public chains or crypto assets like Bitcoin traded over there. So we did not see any like security tokens or tokenized assets really go like attract a larger market share. And that's something which we'd like to change. So how do we do this? There are 3 key elements. So Tiamonds will make tokenization known and accessible through 3 main tactics. Number 1, showcase. So showcase the opportunities of tokenized assets. We want to emphasize on how this works. We want to teach it, like show it to the public. And there's a second important aspect to it. We want to gamify it. So gamify features of tokenization to educate and inform. So a great way to educate the mainstream is to make it fun, that everybody enjoys using it and talking about it, what Tiamond is and what tokenized assets is. But number 3, it's community focused. So it's a community first token economy, sustainable and fair launched. Very important for us as well. So these are the 2 key slides I wanted to begin with. So I see plenty of questions coming in, and I'm trying to answer a lot of them within the time frame here, which we have today. So let's jump into the next slide. What is Tiamonds? Tiamonds is a project by LCX with the goal to showcase the opportunities of tokenized asset to educate consumers about tokenization by gamification, and to create a community-driven token economy. So the Tiamond project includes two key elements, and that's very, very, very exciting. Tokenized diamonds called Tiamonds, and a deflationary cryptocurrency called TIA tokens. So Tiamonds, on the one hand, are non-fungible tokens, so-called NFTs, representing a one-on-one ownership right of a real-world diamond. Each Tiamond is receiving TIA tokens as rewards over time through an own-to-earn model. And I'm going to explain what that means later on. Second, TIA tokens. So TIA tokens are a community-driven, fair-launch DeFi token connected to Tiamonds. So TIA tokens are a deflationary cryptocurrency with three simple functions which occur during every transaction: reflection, rebalancing, and burn. So let me first explain one piece of the puzzle, the Tiamond, and what is a Tiamond NFT token. So first of all, a Tiamond is a way that you can safely add diamonds to your investment portfolio via blockchain technology. Tiamonds are non-fungible tokens, NFTs, to represent ownership of individual and real-world diamonds. Tiamond NFTs are based on Ethereum blockchain and are backed by one-on-one by individual diamonds. Tiamond's NFTs are enabled by LCX regulatory framework and LCX advanced blockchain infrastructure. LCX is showcasing the functionalities and the role of the so-called physical validator as defined by the Liechtenstein Blockchain Act to connect the physical and the digital world. The token is a one-on-one digital representative of the individual diamond, and the key benefits are it's asset-backed, it's an asset-backed token. Second is it's NFT, which can be easily traded, transferred, sold. And the third key element here is the rewards of TIA token. And that's the element of gamification, education, and also community-driven. Isn't that exciting? I think we had been putting a lot of effort into that. And let me tell you that there are plenty of benefits for LCX as a community, and of course also for the LCX token, which is the heart and the long-term value for LCX ecosystem. What are TIA tokens? TIA tokens is a community-first and fair-launched DeFi token. So TIA token are deflationary cryptocurrency. As the supply decreases over time, TIA tokens are launched in a fair community-driven way without a token sale, without an initial coin offering, ICO, no tokens for LCX team nor advisors, not used for any capital raising. That's very, very important. So it's really a community-driven approach here. TIA tokens integrate three simple functions: reflection, rebalancing, and burn. Probably one thing to add here. The only way to get TIA tokens is that you have to own Tiamonds. And then over a certain period of time, you will get TIA tokens kind of minted with the own-to-earn model. So let me explain this again. What are TIA tokens? TIA tokens integrate three simple functions in this DeFi token: reflection, rebalancing, and burn. So in every on-chain transaction, there's a fee of 10% total, which is automatically taken and split in three ways. Reflection, which is a 5% fee, are distributed to all existing holders. Number two, rebalancing, which is 2.5% fee, is automatically sold by the smart contract into LCX token on Uniswap. Number three, 2.5% of the TIA tokens are burned automatically. And we don't promise it. This is done within the smart contract automatically with every transaction happening on chain. So 10% fee on every transaction happening. That's why everybody benefits of the ecosystem. 5% distributed to all token holders. 2.5 used to strengthen the LCX ecosystem by buying the utility token directly within the smart contract. And third, 2.5% burned immediately and automatically. So how does this strengthen the LCX ecosystem? This question had been raised in the last couple of days many times, so let me answer it. How does this strengthen the LCX ecosystem? The Tiamond project and TIA token is strengthening the LCX ecosystem as a whole. There are 3 building blocks. User growth. To purchase Tiamonds, the tokenized diamonds, and claim the TIA token rewards, users must become a verified user. So you have to go to lcx.com, click login or register, and then get an account, a verified account. This is important for several ways. First of all, it's because we're doing the whole sale, the whole token offering with TIA token and with Tiamond in a fully compliant manner. This requires that we need to verify the users. This is only at the beginning. Once the TIA tokens are in circulation, it's like in any blockchain and any NFT, then they can be traded freely. Second aspect, LCX token usage. So Tiamonds can be only bought by LCX with LCX token. So you can use your LCX token in a much smarter way. Now you can invest into NFTs at the LCX platform. By the way, the Tiamonds are bought at LCX platform directly. So become a verified user and then use your LCX token to turn it into NFTs. Number 3, rebalancing. So the rebalancing function is triggering an automatic market order buying process of LCX token on Uniswap. Again, strengthening the LCX ecosystem as a whole. And you know, NFTs are big hype. Whole tokenization projects are super exciting. And so that's why we want to push that out with that exciting project. So why is Tiamonds.com revolutionary? LCX believes in the potential of tokenization, but we also see the barriers which need to be overcome to fully embrace blockchain technology for asset digitalization. We trust our community and generally believe that the information, education, and practical application and user experience is key to make the market of tokenization a global phenomenon. We strive every day to establish a blockchain ecosystem and technology infrastructure to harvest these future opportunities. With Tiamonds, we are exploring digital scarcity and tokenization of assets, but in an exciting but underexplored concept that blockchain empowers. Tiamond is the world's first project combining asset tokenization, education, and gamification with a deflationary cryptocurrency, all built on the Ethereum blockchain. We aim to raise awareness for tokenization and make tokenized assets approachable for the everyday consumer and bring us closer to widespread adoption of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technologies. Isn't that exciting? I'd love to repeat it again and again. So Tiamond is the world's first project combining asset tokenization, education, and gamification with a deflationary cryptocurrency, all built on the Ethereum blockchain. We aim to raise awareness for tokenization and make tokenized assets approachable for everyday consumers and bring us closer to widespread adoption in cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. So this is Tiamond, tokenized diamonds, a deflationary cryptocurrency based all on the Liechtenstein blockchain regulation. Isn't that exciting? Guys, I'm excited about that a lot, and I'm now happy to answer a couple of questions. First of all, what's the timeline here? What we are talking about? First of all, we will be launching an updated website at tiamonds.com, and you will see all the details there. We will be releasing today a sneak peek, kind of a preview of the full white paper with also the full content of the white paper, but it's only 3 pages for now to create and start a large marketing initiative for the next 2 weeks. And then on June 27, we will be releasing the full white paper and then an additional timeline on when you can purchase the first Tiamonds, when the TIA token will be launched, how is it everything going, and all the details. So that's the key timeline here. Let me switch that over here. So, okay, let's dive into a couple of questions. I can give you a lot of details on where we stand, but I also want to make sure that a couple of things are still kept confidential, because we want to create a lot of excitement for the project. We're working with a few journalists at the moment to get that also out in the public, and then give them some sneak peek within the next couple of weeks. We also want to work with the regulator to get everything fixed for the notification of the token sale. You know, LCX is a licensed or registered, to say, token issuer, so we are allowed to do that, and we can do that in a compliant manner. So let's answer a few questions. So when is it launched? First of all, we will be launching an updated website today with the sneak peek and preview of the white paper. This is coming out today. In a couple of minutes, you will see it live at tiamonds.com. Then we'll start another countdown to release the full white paper on June 27. And then on this date, we will do another live show, Q&A, and answer Ask Me Anything questions. And then we will also announce an additional timeline for all the launch. Another question here from Lingma I News. What happens to the LCX tokens spent on Tiamonds? So all LCX tokens spent on Tiamonds will go into the company reserve. They won't be sold to the market. So we will not sell them, but put them on a long-term reserve at LCX. Also, probably to mention already, the Tiamonds, the NFTs will be auctioned off at LCX platform. So you will be able to start bidding. There are always different drops on a certain timeline then. And we will be releasing drop by drop a couple of NFTs where you can bid on. And then the highest bid will win and get the Tiamond. Each Tiamond will come with a certain amount of TIA tokens defined over a certain period of time, kind of own to earn model. Next question. Matt, who knows? Matt, who knows? Can Tiamonds go up and down in price? What is the starting price? Good question. So Tiamonds are NFTs, and of course they can be traded. Once you bid and won the auction at LCX, you can withdraw it to any wallet you want, and then you can also sell it again on OpenSea, for example, or another NFT marketplace. And for sure, with all the gamification inside and the buzz we are creating, the Tiamond tokens will go up or down or sideways, or at least it will be very interesting to trade with it, because it's not only about the asset-backed token, the NFT, but also on the long-term value of TIA tokens. So it's very interconnected. The starting price will be released at a certain point of time. I don't want to say exactly if it's on June 27 already, but at least when the auctions will start, you will know it. The starting price will be with the real asset value. So we'll start with the Tiamond at a diamond value. So each Tiamond has a real world asset behind. That's the diamond. So we're getting a lot of diamonds, I can tell you. And as like showcasing this role of the physical validator, we will be also doing everything there in accordance to the blockchain laws. And therefore, we have to guarantee the safekeeping of the tokens. We have to put them in a high security vault. We have to make sure that all the token holders can enforce their legal rights of the ownership, and make sure that there's an analog and a digital safekeeping of the tokens. Let's take another questions. Okay, here I see TIA token only bought with LCX. Awesome. Great comments. Let's repeat this. Fido Omar asked, what is the benefit for an LCX holder? LCX is the fuel of the LCX ecosystem, and therefore also our long-term asset, where we want to create long-term value for everybody involved. It's important for us that this tokenization project also brings in value for the LCX token, for the LCX ecosystem. We do this with 3 key ways. So first of all LCX verified users can purchase the Tiamond, the tokenized Tiamond, only with LCX token. Second is that there's this possibility of rebalancing. So once second benefit is okay. Let me open the slide, and I'm not saying wrong. It's the LCX token usage. So yeah, I already told it. Maybe let's start again. So how does this create value for the LCX ecosystem? So basically, the whole LCX ecosystem is driven by the fuel, which is our LCX token, and that's our long-term strategy to strengthen the LCX token and the LCX ecosystem. There are 3 key benefits here for our users and for the LCX tokens. First of all, it's that the Tiamonds, tokenized Tiamonds, can only be bought with the LCX token. Second is the user growth at the platform itself. This will be very viral and gamified approach, community-driven, and all users who want to buy Tiamonds have to become a verified user. And so this will be driving a lot of growth on our side. And number 3, rebalancing. So the rebalancing function is triggering an autonomous market buying process of LCX token on Uniswap. So very important for us to get that this way. Then Julia is asking, what are TIA tokens used for? So TIA tokens are deflationary cryptocurrency where you can have, with the kind of core idea behind that, you have diamond hands, you're holding on to that. But if you're selling, if you're transferring the TIA tokens, then there will be a penalty fee of 10%, which then goes into with 3 key functions, which is the rebalancing, the burn, and the reflection. So reflection is 5% of total transaction volume, which goes all back to the rest of the token holders. So everybody who's holding, who have diamond hands, will benefit from that. Number 2 is the rebalancing, which means that there's an automatic buying process triggered to buy and to sell the TIA tokens and to buy LCX token on Uniswap. And the third aspect is that the burn functionality, where 2.5% of the full transactions will be burned automatically. So the TIA tokens are deflationary crypto assets. Okay, another question. Chris Keynes, hello. You are asking, the TIA tokens will be only traded on LCX exchange, or in the future TIA tokens will be authorized to be traded on other exchanges? So TIA tokens are ERC20 token with a special function to have that 3 functions, the rebalancing, reflection, and burn functionality within the smart contract. But in general, they can be easily traded anywhere. Of course, we will make them available at LCX exchange. Early on, there will be a Uniswap pool, eventually 2 pools. So one pool is the LCX, the TIA LCX pair, and then there will be a TIA Ethereum pair as well. And so there will be 2 pools. But yeah, then eventually, if somebody is holding to Tiamond and getting the TIA token rewards, you will be also able to trade it on other exchanges if they are planning to launch it and to trade it. But the main goal is really to strengthen the LCX ecosystem. So of course, we want to have a lot of users who are trading and at LCX exchange, and also increasing the liquidity over there. And then here, another question from the silver number 1. I think this is great, Monty. Do you recommend that we hold our LCX tokens on your platform in order to benefit from Tiamond's ecosystem? Yes, so you can hold the LCX token at our platform. We are a registered and authorized token custody provider, so we do everything we can to keep the token safe. So it's as safe as going to BitGo, for example, or other custody provider to stay on our platform. Then second is we will give a lot of benefits to our token holders, so LCX community, and our token holders are always priority number 1. So you will get special benefits, and in this regard, you will have the benefit to purchase tier tokens first. No, but it's anybody else who is not having the LCX token will not have that benefit, because that's the only way to buy the tokenized diamonds. Once they leave our platform, like if you buy with LCX token and then sell it on OpenSea, for example, then you can, I think you receive Ethereum, USDC, or whatever your settings are. Another question here from Boss Battle. Will the STOs, the security token offerings, be the same, only purchased with LCX at exchange? So that is the kind of the future where we see how this will be gone. I can't comment on the current STO plans in that regard, but I can guarantee you will be known first. So I can recommend to follow us on Twitter at LCX, to go to our Telegram community at t.me/join LCX. And then you will know first what we're going to do that. But in general, the LCX ecosystem and the fuel of our ecosystem, which is our LCX token, always has key priority and a long-term value which we are creating over time. Eike is also asking, did I understand it correctly that now you can only buy Tiamonds with LCX token? Correct. You can only buy the tokenized diamond NFTs with LCX token. Petrans Arno asking, what happens to the LCX token used to buy a Tiamond NFT? So this will go into the long-term reserve at LCX and will not be sold. Then let's take another question. Ike is asking, who do you work with that you offer diamonds? Do you have a partnership or do you do it for yourself? Who values the diamonds? That's an important question because, and I want to tell you a little bit more about it. And there's a key role in the blockchain law, which is enabling a regulated framework for tokenization. And this role is called the physical validator. In this regard, for Tiamonds, we are acting and showcasing how the physical validator works. The physical validator has to ensure and guarantee that their underlying value is properly rated by a third party. And then we have to make sure that it's that there's a guarantee and that the safekeeping of the real world asset, in this regard, the diamond, is guaranteed. And there's an analog and a digital safekeeping for it. So the analog one is that we put it in a outside the banking system in a highest standard in terms of vault and security environment, which is in Liechtenstein. And so you can imagine this is the highest standard of security, where millions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars of assets are stored already, and we will be putting the diamonds there. They will be fully insured. And with that regard, also there's an insurance level of like how much are they worth. In this regard, we are working with a professional diamond broker. So we are buying them from the global diamond market directly, to get really also the best price on it. And then there's a GIA certificate. That's this organization who is rating, measuring the diamonds, and each diamond will have a number to the GIA certificate. So you can check online if the rating and everything is fine. So they do measurements, and then there are the 4 C's, which is color, clarity, cut, and what's the fourth? Clarity, cut, and I forgot. So there are 4 C's to rate the diamonds, and then you can see it in the GIA certificate. And on top of that, we will be releasing an LCX certificate as the physical validator. So with that, we are doing the underlying guarantee that the token has the full ownership rights of the diamond. And that's a must, because if you do tokenization, you have to make sure that the underlying value is safely stored, that it's there, that it's insured. If it would be burning, even diamonds would not be burned. But if they're stolen or anything like that, and there's no way that anybody else, a third party, could sell them, so they're always there, and that's kind of the key priority to make the tokenization process work. Because if the underlying asset is at risk, the whole token and on-chain transaction, everything is useless. Okay, that's a good question here from Adi. Can you use TIA tokens or even Tiamond's NFTs to buy LCX, maybe directly from LCX? Yes, and yes. So first of all, you can use TIA tokens to buy LCX. So the TIA tokens, there will be a pool at Uniswap where you can swap TIA into LCX. So that's done with the rebalancing process within any transaction. And then on top of that, there are plenty of ways where you can trade LCX token against TIA. The NFT tokens depends on which platform you're using in the future. And I'm not sure if OpenSea will accept LCX, but there you can certainly buy with ETH or USDC stable coins or something, and then trade for the TIA Tiamonds. But the TIA tokens certainly there will be a pair also on LCX exchange. Also a good question here from Steven Den Otter. Are the Tiamonds also an option for smaller investors with tokens? With tokens, this should be possible, right? So first of all, we are not doing tokenization with fractional ownership. So we are not buying a big diamond and then having fractional ownership, meaning little pieces of it. But we want every token to represent one individual diamond. And diamonds per se are the hardest asset you can invest in, with a complicated market structure at the moment, because it's very intransparent. If you buy diamonds on the market, it doesn't mean that you are able then to sell them at the same price. So the spread is very, very wide. There are many middlemen involved. So this whole market is ripe for disruption. And there are, for us, it's very important to make it available also for smaller investors. So to your question, Stephen, yes, there will be an opportunity also for smaller investors. So if you have some LCX token, you will be able to purchase Tiamonds. There will be smaller Tiamonds as well. So you will be able to get started with that. And then you have to be lucky also to get into the auction, because we believe there will be a big storm on the first auctions, of course. So you have to bid in that auction and be part of that. Then another question from Chris Keynes. Is LCX owner from the real diamonds at the beginning, and where these diamonds are saved? Yes, so LCX, it's an LCX project. So we are buying the diamonds, but we actually have bought the diamonds already. It's all safely stored, and these are stored in outside of the banking system, but at the highest standard, where the billionaires and millionaires of the world are storing their assets as well. There are specific sections in these areas and vaults for diamonds, for gold, for art, for other assets they want to store. And that's also where our deep cold storage is of the LCX company reserve. And that's where we are putting these diamonds in. And then we are safeguarding them and in this analog process. And then we're doing also digital safeguarding on top of that to ensure that all token holders always have like the full ownership rights to the Tiamonds. Okay. Another question. Okay, love it. Deflationary. Good. What happens to the LCX token spent on Tiamonds? Already answered that. Okay, Abdullah Osama is asking, but why do we need other token? Can we buy directly NFTs using LCX token? Yes, you can buy the Tiamonds directly with LCX token, no other token needed. The TIA tokens is something you are getting in a certain period of time, which will be announced in 2 weeks on June 27. So we already defined it, but it's a long-term own to earn model where you will be owning the Tiamonds as a tokenized diamond NFT token, and then you are getting TIA tokens all the time, every day, every minute, every second. There will be TIA tokens flowing in, and that's the only way we're distributing the TIA tokens. But if you are selling them, there's this penalty fee, 10%. So you have to have diamond hands to really increase value or to benefit from it. Because if you're selling it, there's this 10% penalty fee, which goes into the 3 benefits or like the 3 elements or structures of the TIA token, which is the rebalancing. So 2.5% are sold and bought LCX token. Second is burn. 2.5% are burned immediately. And reflection, 5% are going back to all other token holders as a reward. Adi is asking, what kind of marketing is LCX doing? I think Tiamonds is great, but we need those users coming for it as well. That's right. We are starting a large marketing campaign over the next weeks. We have been starting with this countdown for the events today. We will be doing another big release on June 27th, and then there's the sale itself and many other news coming around it. We will be starting a full-fledged public relations and marketing campaign with key partners, including partners and journalists from the US, from Asia, and doing like interviews and a lot of things in regard to that to really push it, because the key elements and what we think is we want to get tokenization out there, known, talked about to the mass market. And we do this by combining this tokenized asset, the Tiamond, with a deflationary cryptocurrency. So this is this gamified aspect to it, which has a viral growth effect to it. And therefore, it will create huge buzz around the community, and that's what we are like to achieve as well. Because with the deflationary cryptocurrency, it might attract a lot of attention, and then everybody's asking, well, like, what is Tiamonds? What is tokenized diamonds? And I can tell you also, like, we did a lot of research in regards to tokenized assets, of course. So when you look at other tokenized projects, tokenized assets being put into a token, they had not been very successful. You can count the numbers and see how many of these tokens had been sold, what's the volume. And it's not really outstanding. It's not the next billion-dollar token asset. Nevertheless, the process is very interesting. And also, like, if you look at these assets, it's just unclear. How is it safeguarded? Do you really have the rights? Is it like, what's the legal framework and everything? So there's a lot of insecurity. And that's something where we see the barriers. That's what we want to overcome, because we can provide the legal clarity with the Liechtenstein legal framework. Number 2, we can really make it very exciting and secure in a way that you can purchase the Tiamonds there and you can resell it and all these things. And the third element is really that we're bringing a gamified aspect to it with a community first driven launch of a DeFi token called Tia token, which eventually will create a mass adoption, or at least a high increase of interest. And this all goes back to the Tiamonds, because if you own the Tiamonds, you will get Tia tokens over a long period of time. And I'm talking not crypto days or crypto years, light years, but rather a period of 2 years where you will be owning Tia tokens if you're holding a Tiamond. So Matt, who knows, is asking, free airdrops, just go to link. Don't fully understand the question, but free airdrops, I mean, it's not an airdrop model. The model, what we are talking about here, if you're owning the Tiamond, you have, we call this the own to earn model. So you own the Tiamond and you're earning rewards out of the Tia tokens. Very important to understand. Okay, here. I got the 4 C's, thanks to Silver One. Karat, clarity, color, cut. Exactly, I was missing cut. And that's the 4 C's. Okay. What will be the token price? So the token price for the Tiamonds will be linked to the real world asset. That's the starting price of the auction. Oscar is asking, Oscar Swart, is it possible to get the physical diamond in some way if you own the Tiamond? Yes, it's a full ownership right. You can buy the Tiamond and then you can redeem the diamond anytime. But with the redemption, the NFT is destroyed and therefore also the right to receive any Tia tokens as a reward as well. So yeah, we have this option, and if you want to buy the Tiamond token and then redeem it, that's something which is part of the offering as well. Adi is asking, will the Tiamonds NFTs be available on LCX side or on a platform like you mentioned, such as OpenSea? So the first initial drop and the first generation of Tiamonds will only be available at LCX. Key reason is that we are doing it in a fully compliant manner. The token offering is done under the Liechtenstein legal framework, so all users have to be verified. And of course, we want to drive user adoption, more users on our platform. So share the news, and then they have to register to be Tiamonds auction bidders and then buy the NFTs. Once you have the Tiamond, then the Tia rewards, the Tia token rewards are sent directly to the wallet owner, so it does not need to be at the LCX platform any longer. The Tiamonds itself, the NFTs, can be then sold on other third-party platforms. So it's a NFT like anybody else, like any other NFT as well. So you can directly go to OpenSea, start auctioning off, selling it or offering it on these terms and conditions on the OpenSea platform, for example. Nuno is asking, why do Tiamonds has their own website? Why not integrating it at LCX website? Important point. So first of all, Tiamonds, I think, so there's tiamonds.com and there's @Tiamonds on Twitter, like both, I think, pretty good brands and good domain names, which we want to build up step by step. This is the marketing landing page. Once you click on buy, register, you want to go in a trading session, you will end at a dedicated LCX website and a platform. We talked about this NFT marketplace, NFT functionalities around on the LCX platform. So that's something which is part of the ecosystem, and you will end up at an LCX.com main website. For all LCX users, you don't need to go to tiamonds.com. You will have all the information right in the LCX platform. But to repeat, so for Nuno, the tiamonds.com is our marketing platform, and we want to use that to also create attention about the tokenized diamonds and separate this as a showcase for what we can do at LCX. Can I get the physical diamond? Already answered that. Yes, you can get it. There's a function to redeem it. How much will a TIA token be roughly? 10K per token. Diamonds are expensive. Big boss, your question is important because it's making clear that there is a clear separation, and I want to show this to you again. Just swatching the slides and explaining to you once again. It's very important to understand. So let me repeat the question. Big boss is asking, how much TIA will, okay, let me repeat the question again. Big boss, how much will a TIA token be roughly? $10K, $10,000 per token, diamonds are very expensive, and so on. So let me answer that in the best way possible. So what are Tiamonds? So Tiamonds is a project by LCX, but it has two key elements to it, Tiamonds and TIA tokens. So Tiamonds are the tokenized diamonds. So your question, if you're referring to the diamonds, how much will be this tokenized diamond? That's on the left side here, the left side of the brain, the rational side, where you are going into the asset and investing into a one-on-one ownership rights to the real world diamond. We will structure it in the way that we will start with smaller diamonds to make it accessible to anybody on our platform. And to a wide audience. So we will not start with the big karat, but having the first generation of Tiamonds, which is really accessible to anybody, and also with a larger quantity that you can all participate. Then each Tiamond is receiving TIA tokens as rewards over time through the own to earn model. And that's on the right side, this fun, love, emotional side of the brain. The TIA tokens are a community-driven, fair launch DeFi token connected to Tiamonds. So TIA tokens are deflationary cryptocurrency with three main functions: reflection, rebalancing, and burn. I'm just repeating it. Every transaction, there's a 10% penalty fee. So if you're selling, 10% of your profits of the TIA tokens will go to this function automatically on chain. Reflection, 5% is going to all the other TIA token holders who have diamond hands, who are holding to the token. 2.5% going to a pool which will be bought into LCX tokens, so strengthening the LCX ecosystem. And last function, burning. So 2.5% are burned immediately, and then making it a deflationary asset. Here, another good question. What are, from Chris Keynes, what is the total amount of TIA token created at the beginning? So this will be all laid in the white paper, but there is there are basically two buckets. So one bucket will go directly into Uniswap pool, and to creating these two pools, the TIA LCX and then the TIA ETH token pool. There won't be any initial DEX offering. It's not used to raise any capital. LCX is not holding any TIA tokens, so we have to acquire it similar to you if you want to own something. Is not a way for us to make any money, but rather a really fair launched project. And then there's the second bunch of blocked TIA tokens, and these are linked to each diamond. So each diamond will get over a period of time, as said, we're thinking years here, and each Tiamond holder will receive TIA tokens over time. So we have one piece where we want to enable a liquid market because we want to buy into LCX token right away with every rebalancing function. But the second and the main core part will be the tokens created. I forgot the most important and a very important point. Chris, thanks for pointing that out. TIA tokens also have governance structure. So let me bring that back here to this slide. The TIA tokens also have a governance functionality. So we might be releasing a second, a third, and a fourth generation of Tiamonds. And to make the decision here, it's a community-driven project. So the TIA token holders will be able to vote for that. And we can decide if we're going for smaller diamonds, larger diamonds, split up the ratio of how much TIA tokens will be rewarded. So the key question for us will be, how many additional diamonds will be going into the market? And this will be community-driven governance decision with the TIA token holders. But the underlying mechanism is really that there won't be any TIA tokens released besides the rewards on the Tiamonds. So there's no way that LCX will be able to release or offer any additional TIA tokens without connecting it to a real world asset, to the tokenized diamond. So the only way really to acquire or to get additional TIA tokens in the future is that you buy additional TIA diamonds and tokenized diamonds, and then you will be getting these rewards over time. Very, very important point. I forgot to mention that at the fourth place. So the TIA tokens have the governance functionality. Okay, more questions. Now it's your time to ask me the questions. Okay. Okavano, would still be nice to have a link from LCX to Tiamonds. Absolutely, very interconnected. Back and forth, this is coming. Chris Keynes asking, before great marketing and fluctuation of TIA tokens, will the first shareholders have the possibility to buy a better price? So if you look at the token economics, with the key benefits of the TIA token. So first of all, these like penalty fee, reflection, burn, and rebalancing in every token. Then there's also the way that you have the governance of it as well. So governance decision is a key part. So eventually this project will grow over time. And as with a lot of projects, not everybody, not like millions of people will fully understand it or even hear about it right from the beginning, even if you do a big PR and marketing campaign. So all the insiders, all our LCX community will have massive benefits, and you will have a clear benefit in being part of that. If it will be better price, I won't comment on the price discussion, but if you look at the current kind of token economics, there are some thoughts around it to really create a massive impact with the TIA tokens itself, and then adapting to kind of this value of a tokenized diamond really on the long term. So we believe that for all the Tiamond owners who will be then trading on secondary markets, this will be very exciting because people will be excited to get this own to earn model to benefit from the outcoming TIA tokens as a kind of a long-term return on that, and then having this gamified model. And if you look at that, there are some projects who have done it similarly, who've been not been around a couple of months ago, and they're now really big projects. Okay, what else? Like plenty of questions coming in. Okay, Tobias Rump, can you give more insights into the gamification aspect? Okay, how to explain the gamification aspect in the best way? So let me look at the TIA token aspect of it. So let me open that slide. So Tobias is asking, can you give more insights into the gamification aspect? I've explained that there are the Tiamonds, the tokenized diamonds, one-on-one real world asset-backed and NFTs. These NFTs are granting you a certain amount of TIA tokens, which will be going out constantly in a constant stream. You will be having this own to earn model where you own the Tiamond and then you get TIA token as a reward. The TIA tokens is a community and fair launch DeFi token, and the gamification is built inside the token economics of the token. So if you look at that, you might have seen it. Have a look at SafeMoon as a project. They've accompanied a similar model with a 10% penalty fee. That's what we got a lot of inspiration from. But now Tiamonds is combining tokenization of real world assets with this gamified model with very strong tokenization and very strong token economics to have this gamified aspect. So people who are holding to the TIA token will be benefiting, and people who are trading, speculating, selling the TIA tokens will get a penalty fee of 10% in every on-chain transaction. And this goes into reflection, into rebalancing, and burn. So 10% is split in these three ways to strengthen the LCX ecosystem and to burn the tokens automatically. So that's why it's deflationary. With that, I think I've repeated that many times, but it's not so easy to grasp at the beginning. If you have additional questions, please feel out to reach on us at LCX on Twitter, or join our community at t.me/joinlcx. And we are happy to kind of collect all your questions. We won't be able to answer all your questions at the moment because we are looking forward to the big launch of the full white paper on June 27. And we are launching this big marketing campaign on that regard. So that's something which we are looking forward to get started working with all our partners to push that out and make a big, big impact on it. Okay, let's look into one last question. That's a good, I think, Adi, thanks for that question. Will Tiamond's returns be automatic, or will you have to register your own NFT to receive? So the Tiamond's returns, these are the rewards, the TIA tokens you will get over this long period of time, are fully automatic. That's part of the smart contract. So if you are the owner, if the Tiamond is in your wallet, whether it's a MetaMask or somewhere else, you will get the TIA tokens automatically. So at least the kind of the ownership of it. The way we've structured is that you have to then claim the TIA tokens because of the gas structure and everything. Eventually with Ethereum 2.0 will be much, much better. But for now, it doesn't make sense to send out every TIA token every time. So it's kind of, this NFT is then collecting all the TIA tokens. And once you're ready, you can just press claim and you will get all the TIA tokens then in your wallet. If you're selling it, the Tiamonds, if you're selling or trading the Tiamonds, we recommend to first claim all the TIA tokens which are for you, and then you can sell it on a third-party platform, give it to somebody else, and then this owner, as he has full power over the Tiamond, will be able to claim the TIA token. So that's how it's done. And then the TIA token rewards, or like the structure there, is also fully smart contract based. It's quite complex to get that done. I can also tell you it's not something which is easy to achieve, but the three key gamified mechanisms are important. And then last but not least, just to repeat it, all TIA token holders will have full governance power, will be able to vote on decisions. For example, if we want to release additional Tiamonds, and with that comes releasing additional TIA tokens, we will have votes like yes, no, we want to do that, or also community proposals which we can review and then vote on, and also we will vote about the ratios around it, because now at the beginning the ratios are very positive, I think, for the community. We'll see how this plays out. Of course, we want to give all the benefits now to our LCX community. Perfect. Yeah, I think with that. Okay, good questions. Thanks for the engagement. I also saw now plenty of questions coming in from LinkedIn. That's good. I also got them. Also YouTube questions coming in. Very, very exciting to see all that coming in. Thank you all for joining this extraordinary session around Tiamonds and how it's structured. And I think I want to end up with the most important slide and why I think Tiamonds is super revolutionary. And I just want to repeat that once again for you. So why is Tiamonds.com and Tiamonds as a project so revolutionary? So we believe in the potential of tokenization, but we also see all the barriers which are currently there. We don't see mass adoption at this point of time, but we see the technology possibility and also now the legal framework, which is there only in Liechtenstein as being kind of the most exciting jurisdiction to do tokenization at the moment. We trust our community, and of course we generally believe that information education is super important, but also the practicability of it. So the user experience, super important. It needs to be easy to acquire and the Tiamonds and then use them. And we want to give out an additional reward to really make it a global phenomenon. So we strive every day to establish a blockchain ecosystem, which is and a technology infrastructure to harvest these like future opportunities. With Tiamonds, we are exploring digital scarcity and a tokenization of assets, but also with this exciting but underexplored concept of blockchain gamification. And Tiamonds is the world's first project combining asset tokenization, education, gamification with a deflationary cryptocurrency, all built on Ethereum. So we aim to raise awareness to tokenization and to make tokenized assets approachable for the everyday consumer and bring us closer to widespread adoption of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technologies. So with that, I want to thank you all. Stay tuned, register on our platform, follow us on Twitter, share this news around Tiamonds. It's now the right time to start the growth wave around LCX, the future of tokenization, to educate people about what we're doing here and why the legal framework matters, how the technology works. And we do this by granting rewards to all people involved with the TIA token. I think it couldn't be more exciting to really start a big wave of excitement for the cryptocurrency world as a whole. And I'm glad you tuned in today. Share the news. Stay tuned. This will be very exciting. Thank you all for joining this Sunday evening. And onwards and upwards. Bye-bye.
This is LCX Insights Live. For more insights, please visit lcx.com/insights and follow us on Twitter @LCX. Onwards and upwards.